I'm sure you're delighted, man. You've climbed the mountain, you've captured the prize, the biggest trophy in T20 cricket going around in the world right now. How do you feel, especially for the team and for the support staff of the West Indies at this moment?
Well, very excited. I'm delighted, actually. I think, obviously, the road to the top of the mountain, like I said at the start of the series, starts with the first step, a small step. We took all the steps that we needed to. There were some, difficult steps. We overcame them. The key to it all was our sort of belief in ourselves and the way we stuck together as a group through the difficult times. We knew once we can ride out the difficult periods that we will have our reward as well. And I'm pleased for everybody. I'm pleased for the fact that, like I said, the guys stuck together. The captain led very, very astutely. He led smart. Everybody played a major role. It was not like a one player situation. If you look at the way Australia, Shane Watson dominated their tournament. He won 4 man of the match tournaments and 4 man of the match awards, and they still went out. So everybody played a part. I think we probably had about 3 or 4 different man of the matches in our and it's a hallmark of the team in recent times. There's people are putting their hands up and putting performances in, and we don't rely too heavily on one person and put too much pressure on that one person. And being where we are now, being able to call ourselves world champions for the next 2 years, and obviously beyond, is an amazing feeling.
2 years ago, when you went out at the second round stage, you said that with proper planning you could win the tournament. Looking back at those 2 years, what would be your reflections?
They were obviously difficult. There were some difficult periods within that 2 years, but there was also, some signs of progress. But the key for me is when you look at the talent that we have in this format, especially the power of Chris Gayle, Kieron Pollard, the power of Marlon Samuels, the brilliant innings he played in the finals. The experience of Dwayne Bravo, the brilliance of Sunil Narang, the accuracy of Ravi Rampal, like I said, the way the captain led the team. You can see all that talent there, and it was always the case of if we can harness it and put it together and point it in the right direction with a bit of togetherness, we knew that we could make great things happen. And it's an amazing thing what can happen when people come together for one cause, and to be fair to the players, they all believed in the cause. They all believed from the moment we left home that we could win the T20 World Cup, and it's a great feeling that we've actually achieved it.
Okay, I know you're no cricket historian, but I'm sure you've been around West Indies cricket for 2 decades now. In terms of West Indies cricket, where would you say this ranks in the echelons of West Indies cricket, achievements in West Indies cricket?
It's difficult to say. I think Clive Lloyd winning 2 World Cups and then losing in the finals in the third, are great feats. Did they lose in the final of the third? They are losing the final of the third. Great feats. And then for the suffering that has gone on since then, for the last 20 years probably, to actually now come back and be able to lift the trophy, to steer the course in tournaments. We've had a lot of talented teams go to World Cups in the past that weren't able to steer the course. So to actually be able to steer the course, ride out the difficult times, and actually come out at the back end with the trophy is amazing, and it just shows, like I keep saying, the way if we stick together with the talent we have in the region, if we stick together, then there's every reason to believe that there's more success like this around the corner.
On the issue of success, what would be your advice to the team right now? They've celebrated, they've enjoyed the moment, they've had the adoration of the entire Caribbean. The entire world is looking on and saying, well done. What would be your advice to the players right now in terms of this move to the next step?
The first thing, and it's a little bit of a disappointment for me that obviously with the way the cricket schedules are at the moment, we don't have the opportunity to really go home as a group together and share it with our fans. The Champions League is on us straight away. Guys have gone off to South Africa already, so the team has been sort of broken up, if you like, you know, and it would have been nice for us to go home and really share this with the fans that have supported us all the way through. But you know, cricket, the way the schedules is, cricket comes around very fast. We have a tour to Bangladesh, which will be a tough tour for us. It's always tough going to Bangladesh. And just look at, people just need to sit down and look. I'm big on reflection. People just need to sit down and reflect on the role that they played in helping us to win. People that, you know, everybody got together the way people got together and stuff like that, and see that the togetherness is the key to it all. You know, we can have great individuals, but when we come together as a team, then we become a much stronger force. And everybody have a role to play within the team, and just value the importance of your role within the team, and see how great that you can make the team, you know, and that would be my advice to the guys going forward.
Without trying to single out anyone, I know you're a big supporter of Darren Sammy. You've backed him through all of his challenges, all of the criticism that he's caught since he's taken up the captaincy. Seeing him lifting the cup, what did that say to you about the development of the team and about his development?
Well, you know, look, the captain is the captain of West Indies team is always going to be under pressure. The coach of the West Indies team is always going to be under pressure, stuff like that. And you know, the key for it all, Sammy stayed calm. He stayed true to himself through all the stuff that was going on around him, and he stayed focused on cricket. You know, of course, you know, he didn't get the opportunity to perform any great heroics, you know, in the series, but he led the team very well, and he led the team to victory in the T20 World Cup. The team itself, you know, followed him. The team was happy to be led by him. They took direction from him and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, it is not about one person. It is not about Sammy. It is not about anybody else. It is about us, the 15 players plus 9 management that left home together to go and win a World Cup, actually setting off on a journey to go and do something great, and actually at the end of the journey sitting there and having a toast to the success that you have as a group of players together, you know, and togetherness sort of sometimes overcomes everything else, and there was great togetherness in this tournament, and I think this is something that people should take heart from.
And final question, there's Test cricket in Bangladesh, there's one-day cricket in Bangladesh, there's T20 cricket in Bangladesh, but the T20 World Cup just concluded a massive success globally now. Is there a place for T20 cricket in world cricket now?
Well, there's always a place for T20 cricket, I think, but you know, it mustn't be to the detriment of other things. Certainly not to the detriment of Test cricket, especially Test cricket is still the pinnacle for me as a coach. And I imagine there will be a lot of players that didn't get the opportunity to play in this T20 World Cup that will be looking forward to the opportunity to go in and play in the 2 Test matches. You know, it requires a different focus, obviously, and stuff like that, and greater skill mentally, also. You know, so there's a place for all 3 formats, but I don't think that anyone should. Certainly the T20, which to me is the more of an entertainment format than anything else, should supersede anything else, you know, and the ICC have to be very careful how they manage the different formats to make sure that there's sustainability in all 3 of them.